Yeah, yeah, yeah. You teach Kundalini Yoga, or whatever you think you teach, right? You know the oath we take as teacher of Kundalini Yoga?
Yes.
What? Yeah. Let us do it. Listen to this. Try to understand. You're doing something. I'm not a woman. I'm not a man. I'm not a person. I'm not myself. I'm a teacher. You know that? I'm not a woman. I'm not a man. I'm not a person. I'm not myself. I'm a teacher. This concept is to purify the channel and bring the Hamans through you. Then you close your eyes and you concentrate at Agya Chakra or Ajna Chakra or third eye. And then you chant 3 times. Om Namo Gurudeva Namo. It's called Nadi Sodhani Kriya. Nadi means all the channels. Sodhana means perfect them. And this is Kriya is the action. Understand? Everything which has been given you has been totally pure. Nothing has been added or subtracted or done. The purpose is very simple, to give people honestly what we have. Do not promote yourself or promote anything which suits people, but give people which can serve them, which can uplift them, energy. Share purely technology, not emotions. Don't put a rider to it. If it's a bitter pill, let it be bitter. Don't sugarcoat it. It is very deceitful on the part of a teacher to teach teachings to please people. You teach teachings to build people, to nurture people, to bring their reality out, bring their personality out, take away their cavities, take away their downfalls, big points. You have that capacity. Through this teaching, you have a very perfect quality to stimulate the real strength. In a person. Don't look for popularity or personality. In Kundalini Yoga, we do not initiate anyone. A person is foolish enough or not fit enough to initiate himself or herself. Our initiation will not make any difference. It's the quality of the people and the quality of their thought and quality of their perception, the quality of their projection, quality of their behavior, quality of their life which matters, not the quantity. Your job is, when you speak, when you look, when you hear, when you walk, when you talk, all activity of your life creates a facet and is effective. Pavan energy, Pran energy, Paramatma energy, God, whatever you name it, anything, is nothing but uncoiled energy of God. We have dormant power in us. We are like a butterflower which has no fragrance. When we blossom, we'll have fragrance. Give people the statue and status that they can blossom, and give them the fragrance that they can enjoy their life. In return, they'll be grateful to you. In return, you can satisfy your feelings, your teachings, your dramas, your traumas, your ambitions, your dreams, in many other ways. That's not a teacher. Teacher is who purifies a person to give the person experience of his own purity, own piety, own strength, own totality, own ability, own infinity. And that's your job. I'm not asking to push it. I'm not asking to pull any number. I'm just explaining you what a teacher is. If you do not follow these few rules, you shall be nothing but preachers. You will have huge congregations, you will be very charming, you will have a lot of charisma, and end result will be nothing, no juice. It will be very temporary lived attitude. But once you touch somebody in a very pure manner and elevate a person and give this person their own experience, not yours, they will be grateful to you forever and they will enjoy it. Because their perception becomes greater. Make people perception great. Kundalini Yoga is not that I don't know other yogas. That's not true. I have done it well. But in every accountable yoga which you know, you have to be single student till you become a master, right? And that means no marriage, nothing doing. I know the householder cannot do it. So what? Is a single person's only thing? Yes, because according to the great masters, person has to totally, absolutely, and perfectly give himself or herself into it. All along when I studied everything and understood it, well, this is not possible. Just for a few. Kundalini Yoga is for the householder. It is short, it is precise, it is perfect, it has effect in experience. It takes 22 years that a Hatha yogi can perfect a posture. Once he perfects a posture, he is great. But you need 22 years, 24 hours a day, total concentration, atmosphere, yam, niyam, the whole stuff. Today you do not have 22 hours, 22 seconds are not available. So what we can do? Go flat? No. Give them an experience in 3 minutes. 120 seconds less. 3 minutes means 180 seconds. You will be surprised, each kriya is divided at 31 minutes, 11 minutes, 7 minutes, 62 is the maximum. It is time-wise convenient. But when you teach, let them develop that experience. Once the inflow happens, every person shall experience the elevation. Their perception becomes stronger. Their life becomes happy. And in return, you will benefit. There's no quicker way to affect 108 elements, 10 bodies, 5 tattvas, 7 chakras, and 3 gunas. Luckily, we have the knowledge of this science and we like to share with you. As far as we are concerned, we are trying to shift the yoga center from here. We are going to decorate it and make it like a model center. And if we are successful, then we are going to idealize that and share with everybody. But we definitely know a place where we do not want egomaniac, and we do not want people who just care for themselves and for their group or that. That's not Kundalini Yoga. Kundalini Yoga is like a sun, serve all without discrimination. But Itharashtam, Tathargashtam, nobody comes empty handed. That's one rule. If a person shall come empty handed, that person will sit here for 6 hours and do all kind of yoga. The moment he gets out of that door, he'll go empty handed. Itharashtam, Tathargashtam. As you will come, so you will go. There's only one condition. And that's not up to you. When I came in the United States, we had people who never had the money. I realized. And one day I said to them, I said, you 20 people stand outside, never come inside. What's the matter? He said, well, there's a rule that we have to pay, we never had money. Okay, tomorrow morning you come. I used to get change, quarters and all that. And I used to throw it away. So they come, they pick it up, they collect the fee, they come in, they pay. One day a man said, Master, why you do this? I said, the rule is not mine. The rule is the rule. I honor it, I want you to honor it. We want to pay you back. I said, no, don't pay him back, our friend. Doesn't have a need. I just want to tell you that in this science, the rules are which I obey as you obey. It applies to all equal and at all levels. Kundalini, uncoiling the dormant self into the aware self. It is known as yoga of awareness. Kundal means lock of the hair. Samson locked one kundal from the shashra, became impotent, useless, hopeless. When he grew to full strength, he became the most powerful man again. That story is in the Bible. That's why when Kansa decided to shave off everybody, the choice was in 3. We get beheaded or get shaven and around river Jamuna. But when the man came and he said, have we to shave his total head? He said, no. Shashra, the bodhi they call it. Have you seen Hare Krishna people? They keep this much. He said, no, don't touch that. I'm not going to take the karma. To be saintly is not advisable, but less than that is not enjoyable either. I'm not asking you that overnight you become totally saints and grow wings in your armpits. But where you want to enjoy life? In simple English, angel is nothing but a high, elevated, transparent equilibrium. Human is nothing but high-level, transparent experience. Just remember, if you awaken your Kundalini as a teacher, you don't have to do much. You can do it with a thought, with a sight, with a word, with a sign, with a prayer. You can dramatize it so big that person says you have done too much, or you just say nothing and just wish it shall be done. It's a dial-in code. Once you fix the area code and the dial-in code and you put the Nanga through, you will hear the ring. It won't go flat. If all circuits are blocked up, Redial it. You'll get it. It is a pure science brought with utmost purity and shared with you. Don't create your personal mess. That will be a very stupid thing to do. Many times your experience with me is you say, whether our eyes are closed or we are open. Right? I don't know. I didn't ask. I don't remember. So be it. It's also very graceful for a teacher to admit what he knows and what he doesn't. So there should be no misunderstanding to the student. He's all knowing, all doing, omnipresent, only there's a God. You are not. You are the vehicle. Postman is a postman. He's a man with the post. He doesn't start reading people, opening letters and reading them. Have you seen a postman in your house knock your bell and open up your letter and start reading it to you? Don't try to be that. Give people very subtle, elevated personality. Let them enjoy their own reality. Give them purity, piety. And that's the maximum blessing you can do. When you do this to people, God shall come through for you. I like to regret it. In Kundalini Yoga, personality of human is nothing more than just vehicle. It's not identity. No teacher of Kundalini Yoga shall become guru or blah blah blah. Any false pride for a teacher, the next incarnation I can introduce you. It is in your bathroom, under the kitchen, they call it cockroach. And the second part of it, that you shall be elevated beyond angelic powers. You will enjoy the fulfillment here. You don't have to go to heavens, you will feel heavens here. The electromagnetic psyche will meet the entire electromagnetic field and things will start coming to you. But any gift received, if you do not evaluate it to equally prayer, you are carrying the burden. Just remember that. You might have seen, doesn't matter which present you give, good or bad to me, I put it on the altar. I get up in the morning at my prayer time and I pray. And I do ask many, many times, in Thy name, in Thy grace, O my Lord, this thing has come as a gift from Thee. I do not know what to say to you, what to tell you. But the faith is there. Fulfill the faith, because that's what makes you God. And then I start every adjective in the word. Looks crazy. But that's what reality is. You are the vehicle. You are not the destination of a person. You are the path. Maintain that standard. You will be very happy. Tonight I ask you to encourage you, because many of you know me personally, many of you do not know me. But you don't know me much. And I don't exist either. Except I'm a vehicle for these teachings. I've brought them for you. I've done my job. In case of any difficulty, you want to reach, so long I'm alive, I'll be in a position to serve you. In Kundalini Yoga, higher you are, humble you are. That principle don't forget. Don't go by this macho-ness I'm a teacher and 10 people follow me. That's untrue. That profile is wrong. You are a teacher and you have the privilege by God's hand and with Guru's grace to serve 10 people. It's a diagonal energy. It lifts, it moves. It's a spiral energy. It uplifts to the top. It's a cushion, spring. So please understand certain basic rules which I will explain to you tonight. And try to follow as many of them you can. Can't? You can't. It was my obligation to meet you face to face. Any question? This is your chance.
How would you clarify the relationship between gurus and the yoga?
Guru unites through the sound current and yoga prepares you to hear that sound current. Because you are physical, mental and spiritual. The ground is plowed, manure is fixed and everything is done. Then things are given. That's why when I started teaching Kundalini Yoga, I also gave people Sikh Dharma. Because I don't want to misguide them. I didn't become myself a Satguru. Neither I am, nor I was, nor I will be. Those who want to proceed further have the right to go. Those who don't want, must not. I like Sikh Dharma for three things. There is no proselytization allowed. There is no forced conversion allowed. And there is nothing which is not complete what God made it to be. I've studied all the religion, I've practiced them. Many of them alike. And certain concessions I like in many religions, such as in Christianity. I like this generalization. Trust in God, all is fine. Buddhism, Hunyang, Sanyang, I mean, who can do Hunyang? Hunyang is the most practical bodhisattva principle, is the hardest one, not common for human. In Sahyang you have to believe in Buddha, Sattva Buddha, all fine. In Islam, in reality, I think you won't find two Muslims, Muhammadan or Muslim in the whole world. But as a general rule, everybody is a Muslim. In Sikh religion, or Sikh Dharma they call it, is the student's path. Sikh means student, path means path, to reach the purification of the Khalsa. Khalsa means purified, man with a piety. In between is a personal effort. And why I taught this yoga? Because this yoga helps the Gristi. The man who lives in the world can find the heavens here. It's not you have to die and then wait for whether you go to heavens or not. Your personality can perceive heavens here. I know that as a fact. When I came here, I didn't have any friend. I didn't know Boulevard and North and South. Even now, if you ask me from here to go to Pasadena, I can't. I'll mess up my way. If some people do not help me, I may enter up into a different door. I'm as weak on earth as a blind man can be. But you tell me about heavens, talk to me, I'll bring God right on the earth. I'm very really scared to death that when I go somewhere, I don't know how to sit in the car sometimes. I mess up my temper. I'm not afraid and ashamed of it. I'm just insensitive. Period. I have no such feelings, whether I'm in Los Angeles and I am in Espanola or I am this and that. Why I go to enjoy Espanola? It's a good, it's a vast land, small houses, I see the sky, I see the animals. It's a fun to me. I even go to a movie, this Western movie, Ta-Ta-Ta, the revolver and all that. Doesn't matter who shoots who, that's what their own problem. That's for me the 14th of July, 4th of July. All I see is the land, the horse running and having fun. But do I know what is the story? That's people's fault. That's not mine. I'm grateful to them for their $7 I am to enjoying too. I went to see that movie, what they call it, the torpedo under the ocean?
Red October. Hunt for Red October.
Something. I enjoy it, what goes on in the ocean and how beautiful it is and beautiful it is. I don't care that where they took their ship and what they're talking about. Life is a fiction. Reality is to build yourself here and go to home. Restaurant is restaurant. Come, rest, order, use your napkin, your, what they call them, the thing? Knife, what they call them? Silverware, steelware, and just pay your bill or wash your dishes, whichever you choose. I believe when you become the nucleus hub of the energy, everything comes to you. You need 2 million things in your life. You can't have them all. But once you concentrate on yourself and become I, the pure I, everything comes to you. It is hypnotic, electromagnetic psyche of yours which can attract everything. Your presence can work. You want to be sensual and sexual and attractive and suck people in, and you want to be hovers that, what do you call it? Vacuum cleaner, and you want to do it. That's your personality, it's not mine. It's not that we don't need vacuum cleaner. We do. We need umbrella. But when a man of God walks and can't afford umbrella, clouds becomes their umbrella. I've seen it. How many years now I am here? 21 years? I don't know who pays and who pays who. I never had a pocket, I don't have it now, and I'm not going to have it. Why should I pocket anything? What for? I came here, you all came together, you built up everything, my name is on every paper, I and my wife sat down, hallelujah. It belongs to you. Wherever we are. Pay the installment, we'll pay them. If we can't pay them, then it'll be your problem. If we can pay them gracefully, we'll pay them. You and your future, enjoy it. I have no hidden formula for anything. I was lucky and fortunate that I came here to serve. That's all I believe in, and that's all I am. It's a privilege to be with you one night and teach and talk. I have absolutely no intention to tell anybody what to do. But you have to tell yourself what to do. That's as simple as you can understand. Because Kundalini Yoga does tell you one thing. One day you have to stand before your God face to face. And your eyes shall be totally dipped into the eyes. And your breath shall be in that great breath. And you shall answer God how real, how truthful you were. You cannot at that time count the false counterfeit currency of emotions, feeling, and your earthly achievements. In heaven, your heavenly achievements will come through. That's the currency which works there. If you can collect that currency here, you'll be fine. If you can't, you can't. Your personality is based upon pure service. Service to elevate, carry on, keeping up other person's spirit, keeping the candle burning. All great men, at their great sacrifice, personal and impersonal, leave behind a legend. And in that legacy, the future enjoys their happiness. They become immortal. There's nothing more to it. Is the highest respect, honor bestowed on a human being to become a teacher. It's your choice to become real or false. If you ask my opinion, if you fake it correctly, you make it all right. Yes, I did break few rules, and I'm not saying I didn't. First rule was that you don't teach openly. I was left with no choice. I taught openly, and I knowingly well, whosoever shall eat openly shall die within the next sun, that means 1 year. I didn't say a word, I taught it. I even didn't know what will happen to others, but I taught it. It worked very well. 1 year went and I was alive again. I said, hey, it doesn't apply to me. It shall not apply to anybody. We shall live and all shall live. Then I asked many, many wise people, sages, that question. They say it is only for the people who are not the masters. They go empty within the year. And yes, I practiced that. I saw some people out of the ego, they become great and they thought they are all perfect and all that. I didn't tell them anything, that you are teacher or you are not teacher and all that. They became empty. They didn't even pass 1 year. They disappeared earlier. There was nothing in that. So I understood what was written was correct. What is correct. It is up to you how you want to excel. With ego, you won't last. Minus ego, you will never be destroyed. When a saint dies, people drop flowers. When a man dies, or a king dies, pigeon drop droppings. You can make a choice. So what I try to tell you, the very oath which you take by yourself is very simple. I'm not a woman, I'm not a man, I'm not a person, I'm not myself, I'm a teacher. With that concentrated strength, you work. Otherwise you will be biased. As a woman you can be biased, as a man you can be biased, as a person you can be biased, as yourself there are many, many waves goes through our brain and mind and ideas. Actually all teachings are there to tell you to be yourself. Here, it's such a simple thing. I'm not myself. Then who are you? You are the vehicle. That's why the opening mantra of the class is Om Namo Gurudev. We don't say Om Namo. We say Om Namo Gurudev Namo. How transparent. Gurudev, the transparent. Dev means the transparent. Guru means who bring light into darkness. I bow to you. Om Namo. O creative total self. The difference is Om and Om. Where Om cannot be chanted, cannot be spoken. It's written in the Purana, but it can be experienced. That's why Guru Nanak put before it Ek, Om. It is total permutation and combination to create that sound. There are no two opinions about it. To experience yourself and all in you, in that unisonness, is the beauty of life. Otherwise you will be victim of your own perpetual, permanent fear. For every success, for every achievement, for every love or for every thing, we want a newness. Pleasure comes out of newness, enjoying newness. But there is a pleasure also which is everlasting, in which you become anew all the time. That's the diagonal energy, that's tantric energy. You know, in astrology, there is a square. When you are square in your life, some star square you feel bad. And it's not good. But cut a square diagonally, it becomes two triangles. Two triangles. They become good luck. That's what it is. You cannot move a big boulder, stone. You can't. Put a big pulley and pull it down. Make a lever of it. You move it. That's life. You have to keep up, you don't have to stop. That's all. Why we wear white? Because 7 colors come into white. A person who cannot wear white must know why not. I'm not going to give you explanation. I've given it so many times. We do wear cotton because our sensitivity has to reach infinity, and cotton breathes. We always try not to. Not that it's that we have a boutique shop, and we have this and we have that. These are just certain helps. Not that I do not know color therapy. I master of it. I'm aware of it. But what we have done is brought down what really is. I didn't ask one person my whole life to become a Sikh. I know if a man organically grows, now this is a very great trend of organically. If you grow organically, you will end up being a Sikh. I don't have to tell you. But if you want to do some makeup and changes things and all that, your choice. Well, let us take a fact. You want to become attractive. Then you can attract devils, and you can attract demons, and you can attract angels, and you can attract good people. You are out in the market for attraction. I want you to be out in the market for uplifting, elevating, not attracting. What they call that thing which goes in and lifts everything? Forklift. Forklift. Teacher of Kundalini Yoga is a forklift. It uplifts the spirit and put it in the rollers. so it can keep going. That's what you have to do. And I also will say, there's no rule. Just sit down and just honestly just chant Om Namo Gurudev Namo, and just if you know little alphabets, you will come through. Fake it, you will make it. But you have to believe it. When I was about 16 and a half, I didn't have any feeling that I'll go before my teacher and what he's going to say. Well, special audience comes after 12 years. And I was very surprised. When I was 12-year-old, I had a special audience. There was nothing happened then. What happened in 4.5 years? I went in, but there was a habit to obey. The law is obey, serve, love, and excel. This is the spiritual essence. So I was a habit to obey my teacher. I went in, I bowed down, I got up. He said, Bhajan, it's a very special day. I've called you. I said, yes, Master. You are the Master. He said, yes. I haven't seen her? Yes, sir. I said, yes, sir. He said, that's it. But there are certain conditions with it. I said, please let me know. He said certain things. I said, thank you, sir. You can retire. Well, came up. There 25, 30 people, whatever they were. What happened? What happened? Don't you feel? No. Don't you know? No. I say, I am the Master. Bow. And they all bowed. I said, wow. It works. I said, now rise. This is what happened. That's what the Master said. I am the Master. Yes, sir. Because they have the same conscious habit to obey too. There was no logic, no reason, no debate, no asking, no questioning, nothing. I hope you will carry the tradition with grace and your utmost dignity wherever you find fit. And don't worry, in the West we think yoga is an exercise. And some people totally emphasize it's totally physical. Glands are the guardian of the health, and sometimes they just... Every posture in Hatha Yoga is for glandular secretion. It's a very effective way. Every pranayama is for energy. A yam and niyam to keep going. Dharana, dhyan, samadhi is for elevation. Kundalini Yoga experience. It's not that we don't use those asanas, or we don't need to use pranayama, or we don't use kriyas, or we don't use bandhanas, or bandhas. We use all that. So as a Kundalini Yoga teacher, you have the prime responsibility to respect every other school of teaching and teachers. You have no conflict. Reaction is for the fool. Achievement is for the wise. And it takes same energy to achieve what you want to achieve, or same energy to react what you want to react. You want your earthly popularity? Go ahead. You want your heavenly popularity? Go ahead. Choice for you is bringing heavens to people. Earth, they have come by the will of God. They are here. They're not going to go away whether you want it or not. They have to go, and that's what you are serving them to help to go to their very home. People who are in Los Angeles, they are in Los Angeles. But when they're going to go to San Francisco, you have to draw the map, see, they reach. With that kind of intention, anybody, one person come to your class, no person come to your class, or 100% come to your class. 1,000% come to your class. Just with that intention, with that thinking, there's nothing wrong or right, thinking makes it so. With that thinking, you may not be elevated, then the whole thing, don't bother. Who cares what your mood is? Forklift is a forklift. Whether it's polished or not polished. If it lives as a forklift, doesn't live as just a fork. They call it fork and lift. There are two words. Yoga teacher. Whether you teach Hatha Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Yoga means union, teacher means who teaches how to unite. Finite and infinity. Keep things simple. Don't complicate them. You know what I did in America? I stopped chanting something which was not supposed to be. I only say sometimes certain words from Gurbani which I know as a permutation, a computation between tongue and the palate, hypothalamus can be worked out. It's little easy. That's all. I forgot. Otherwise, I could speak certain mantras and look wonderful, and you look idiot and I look very wise. That's not service. That's impressing. We don't impress, we deliver. If you keep on impressing somebody, you are pregnant, you're not going to have a baby. And the majority of the teachers impress their students. They are big, great, fantastic, wonderful, baba. That's not what it is. Deliver. This is your question hour. Come on, say anything, because that whatever you will speak will be pure wisdom. Only qualified or disqualified, that's all it can be. Yeah?
Over the years when I've been teaching, sometimes I'm not sure if what I'm teaching is accurate. And when I check
Who wants you to be sure? That's the most stupid thing. Sit on that table and presume hypnotically you are a teacher and go with the will of Guru and God. That's why we chant first thing is Om Namo Gurudeva Namo. It's not a psychological test or biological permission. And even heavens do not come through you. They are stupid heavens. Don't worry about it. You are serving. God also has ears and eyes to see. Somebody is going to serve. Shall come through. That's why God is omnipresent, omnipotent, and omniscient. Your doubt are personal. God undoubtedly serves. Undeserving people also get sunshine. There's no ticket for it. It's not lottery. Whether you are deserving or not deserving, just remember one thing. When you sit on the seat of a teacher, you shall not sit if God does not bestow that honor. How long that bestow, that's your prayer. Is that clear? You're not teaching with your personality. You are a vehicle. Let it flow. You don't need a certification. It's not a registered letter. Yeah.
So the same thing applies for teaching something you have a personal experience.
You will experience. Teacher in concentrated mind, you will experience in seconds. I have seen people experiencing who take the yoga manual and read it in the class and teach, and they get so high they forget what to do next. The student look like this, and the guy is enjoying. It's a science, it's an art. It works. Margin of level is only 11%, is covered by 33% insurance, because you have started with the purity and piety of the mantra, and you have brought the Tathargashtam, the past, present and future, into consideration of time and space. It's a very elevated status. May not conceive right now as a human being what you are doing, but through time and experience, you will realize what you are doing is far out.
After class, when a student asks a question that I'm not sure about or I'm not able to answer, what is the best approach?
You're not sure, don't be sure. There's no gun on your head. If you can't answer, you will search it out. There's nothing wrong. Asking extension, even IRS give extension. Student won't mind. If you don't feel like answer, just say I don't want to answer. You are the teacher. You're not a person. You're discussing the question and answer as a person. You're not a woman, you're not a man. No, you're not a person, you're not yourself, you are a teacher. That's the oath. All these questions answered, doubt, shout, is all human. Why don't you ask the water tap that I'm going to open you and don't let the water come in, please? Can you do that? Why don't you switch on the shower and say, keep there, stay, wait till I brush my teeth. Press the right button, there shall be right experience. That's the beauty of Kundalini Yoga. And it doesn't ask, caste, creed, time, space, whole thing. It's the status of timelessness and beinglessness and selflessness. It's pure vitality of infinity. So, what is there to worry about? Enjoy it. Have you seen me coming home and bringing a paper and picking up a note like this? Yeah. So we have done this now. Okay. Now we'll. Have you seen this? Huh? So. And I'm afraid you ask me a question. I say, I don't know. I don't want to answer you. Shut up. What's wrong with that? Rather, I'll enjoy to test your tolerance whether you can take it or not. Why you want to know everything? Somebody told me, I want to see the entire self. I said, what do you mean? You want to see all this shit and everything good? Are you crazy? You have the capacity to handle it? It means this? I said, yeah. If somebody gets very decorated, very beautiful, very makeup, everything perfect, go home, out of the house, you can attract anything. God knows what you will attract. The fact is that you have become mentally, physically, and spiritually folks' projection as attracted. And you feel you are at your best. You shall attract. I don't know what. That you are not sure. you will attract so and so. You think. It may not happen. You may end up attracting something which tears you apart. Who knows? But you are the one who asked for it. You have it, Toyota. You know what I mean?
Did you say something about Shaktipat?
Yeah, Shaktipat is a very funny status. In Kundalini Yoga you must go through it. It's called self-doubt status. I am, I'm not. They are, they are not. It is not. We are, we are not. Everything twice yes and one time no. It's the biggest pain in the neck. But sorry, it's a graduation. If somebody at that time just become humble enough and let it flow, you don't have to even raise a pinky, you can go through it peacefully. That's what I did. I do not know any other experience. Things started happening just in the beck and call. I didn't want to participate in that. I just let it flow. The greatest miracle which I have experienced in life, that I have no miracle to remember. I was just enjoying it as any ordinary person was enjoying it. But the doer does everything anyway. We are just, we are just in the audience. We can laugh, we can enjoy, we can cry, we can be happy, but something is happening. We are part of that. No problem.
Is there any difference between Kundalini in the 90s and the 70s and the 80s in terms of what you present, or do you think it's just this?
It's a timeless teaching, and if you want to make it by the decade, it will decay. If you think your teeth are forever, they are going to be cavity. That's why basically when I started teaching these, I did not time, space, who, what. It's infinite teachings. It's for everybody. It's not, you can't, yes, public relation for it. But Kundalini Yoga, you can do public relation about it. Give a person experience, he'll never forget you. Don't give a personal experience, that's, oh, I met such and such, I took away all my money, didn't know. One day the intimacy brings contempt. But if somebody is uplifted, there's no intimacy. The stage is higher up the other person. He's grateful. Doesn't matter, he may give the life to you. Total self. No problem. If you serve somebody and he gives you a gift of life, but that gift you must give to the giver, in whose grace that is given. That's why I say, I'm not myself. That we say at the Jupiter finger, the most wise Guru. I'm not myself. It is our sadhana to say it, I'm not myself. I'm not a woman, because Janti hai na. First comes the woman. First elevation of the woman. I'm not a woman. I'm not a man. I'm not a person. I'm not myself. I'm a teacher. Very simple.
You mentioned something about prayer and relating that to the class and giving
I can't tell you the kind of prayer I do. I think everybody should do their own prayer. If you hear my prayer once, you won't like me at all. I do many kind of prayers. You know.
just the prayer as a...
Well, there is one prayer to be humble and nice and asking forgiveness. One prayer is that you pray in a very nice way. The one is prayer is that you feel and you purify yourself and you sadhana and you say, for 40 days I'll do this, God bless me. Time prayer, self-prayer, humble prayer, unison prayer and all that. One prayer is, hey, what are you doing? What kind of God you are? And you go hell that you created hell, that's also prayer. A relationship of prayer is between a mother and a child. It all depends what your mood is, what you're going to say, what you're going to do. It is your prayer between you and the Creator. There's no rules and regulations. I tell you about a prayer. When you start learning A, B, C, you draw it on 4 lines, A and a B and C and whole thing. Then you draw on 3 lines, then you draw on 1 line, then you write free, and then God knows what you write. If somebody has the wisdom, he will read it, otherwise you wrote. And you say, well, you don't know how to read my handwriting? That's why we started typing, because nobody can read what anybody writes. And we standardized it. There comes a stage when you do not know what you're saying and you don't know what you're doing and it's happening. But how you'll answer that? I tell you how. Somebody invited us to Florida. We went to a very great health center. We went there. I was supposed to teach there and the whole thing. Something went wrong, I don't know what. I don't know what they said, why you brought him, why you called him, why you want to teach him, I don't know. Next morning, about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, our student, which was she, asked if we can sit in her car with our luggage. I said, fine. I thought perhaps she's shifting our arrangements. She took to our place. It was a very small, sheltered place. She unloaded the luggage there, said, please wait here. And she drove the car away. Few minutes later, I said, wait a minute. We have been dropped at a bus stand. It means we do not have a place to go. We do not have the money to go. Now what to do? I said, well, don't worry, bus has come, let bus come. The bus come, we've got in, the driver said, where you want to go? I said, we have $5, wherever it takes us. If there's any town within the $5 is fine. He said, yeah. You give me $3 and so many cents, I'll make it for you. We didn't ask which direction, some city. We went to one city and we got down. The person who was with me said, what to do? I said, don't worry. We went to a bank and we asked the manager. The manager came, what I can do for you? I said, you can do. We are very unfortunate people. We got stuck because of the reason. I have a bank in Los Angeles. This is the name of my manager. And could you please ask him to collect that I need money? And can he help me? I gave him the name, I told him the number. And he was a kind man. He said, okay, holy man, I'll do it for you. He called the number, he took the manager. The man said, oh, he has a beard. He has some cloth on his head. Certain things he asked. He said, yeah. He said, how much money he wants? He said, I'm not asked. He said, please ask. Whatever he gives, tell me and I'll remit you. You have what they call laissez blank, something? Carte blanche. And the man gave him the code, which is the bank transfer code and whatever the thing was. The man came and he said, sir, how much money you want? Fill in this paper and I'll give it to you. We looked at each other and I said, can you give me $250? He said, anything you want. I wrote $250, he went in, counted it, took it, and went out. We went to another bus stop, we waited, another bus came and we knew where we want to go to Orlando. And we made it there. And we didn't know where he dropped, the driver drops us. From there it only take $1 each. We could have done within those $5, but we were not sure. But I learned it very beautiful way to get money wherever I am. Credit works. Create credit of your personality, it will work. Create credit of your teachership, it will work. Create credit of your being, it will work. You can always draw on your credit. You always have to pay debit. Guru Singh one day took that brass, something, and made it Guru Ramdas ashram. Since then the guy wants to run out of brass doesn't leave him. He's around him since then. Nobody can tell anybody what to do. As we mature, we start doing things. But if the hand of God has bestowed on you the capacity to be teacher, be so. Just don't question. Give God a chance to flow through you. That's all. Let it flow. Possible? Doubtful. I know that's one thing man is very doubtful. Let it go, let it flow, let it be. To be, to be. But try. God shall come through. 3 things are very important in life. Doesn't matter what you're doing. Be simple, be straight, and do it with a smile. Be simple, be straight, and do it with a smile. I don't think anybody can fail after doing those 3 things. And this is the trinity of life. Life is a lie if you do not practice these 3 things. Last minute, is there any question, please? If I can help you in any way. Well, yeah?
When teaching sets, is it important to do it very specifically as you have given them? Or if, like sometimes I feel like I need to insert something, and I don't know if that's like...
No. The first thing you all should avoid tension. And don't be at war. I have to be exact. Have confidence that you now sat down and you are who you are. And God shall protect you. That's what Angsang Vaheguru means. It shall protect you. Trust it. In God we
Trust.
It's written on the dollar bill. What else you want? It's the biggest teaching on the planet. Trust God and keep going. You won't be hurt. A friend doesn't let you hurt. How can God let you hurt? Don't worry. Be happy. What is the purpose of life? Nanak says in 2 lines only. Nanak Naam, Nanak, through the grace of name of God. Chardi Kala. You should have an elevated self. Kala, Kundalini, Kundal is the same thing. Chardi Kala. A ever rising elevated self you will be. Tere Pane, through thy grace, Sarvatata Pala, through thy grace you will wish good to all. So that's it. Purpose of life is being good to all. Including your enemies. Because there is no enemy. There are only the challenges. Somebody said, somebody define a Sikh. The poet defines this very beautiful couplet. Honi naal jo lande matha, sikh kaam soi. देखो क्या beautiful definition. होनी नाल जो लांदे मत्था सिख खामन सोई. कई बार हस के रोनी होनी सदा अंत नु रोई. Those who go and confront the calamity and do it willingly and smilingly are called Sikhs. Many times calamity has laughed, but at the end it has always cried and has failed. Once you have elevated self, when you are there, everybody will look to you. Don't have to ask, respect me, love me, help me, come for me, be with me. You don't need that. It's a carte blanche. What is it called? It's a carte blanche. Once you are there at the status of your personal credit, where you just serve the will of God, the light of God, the flow of God, and let it happen. That's Kundalini Yoga is just a technique. You can inject God and the other person will be elevated. They should be grateful to you. It's not difficult at all. It's for a common householder. Just be. For a moment, for a second. There's no difficulty. That's what I wanted to talk to you. Just, I'm a teacher, I'm a teacher, I'm a nurse teacher, I'm doing right, I'm doing right, me. That's not, this act is not required. Sit down, bad and good you are. And just meditate and jump into the infinity of the Guru, the transparent Guru. Let him take over. Allowing him to take over. That's all is needed. God knows you are blonde or brunette or you are yellow or pink or you are up and down. That's not true. That's not true. That's not the problem. Let it be. Lift whatever your image of lift is. Understood? All the goodies will start coming because God is good and it brings goods. But dekho, listen to this philosophy. Narayan is God, right? His wife is Lakshmi, goddess of wealth. So how come you love the man and you will not have the wife around? Nobody, very few come single. And his children is Ganesha. Wow! It means who does possible of the impossible. Look at the pictorial sense of the word. It's not bad. Just let it be. When you sit here, let it be. You go there, that's why you have seen sometime when some other teacher comes, we invite him, I always leave the chair. I ask him to sit there. I always go and sit in the congregation. You understand? Because at what time let one vehicle teach. That's the meaning of Ikonkar. One in the beginning, one in the middle, one in the end. And the purpose of life is to become one with the one. You feel like you are all meditating. I was talking to you if I could be any help.
Sometimes it's hard for people to speak up and say what they would say elsewise.
Oh, I don't mind. I know the language. It was my birth language. I know English very well. I make even words. That's why whatever I write, I send it to you so that it may be transferred into common English. Please feel free. Don't worry, I've gone through all this what you can go through. I was the biggest rebel myself, so I know how to rebel. Tamed horse does not mean that it was not wild once. Don't be scared. I've gone through all that what you call as hell is by His grace and came out to the other side. And I left behind many people and I still pray for them. They should have done the same thing. I didn't make even move my hand, I just let it be. Came out all right. जिनका खुदा नहीं होता उनका ना खुदा होता है किश्तियाँ खुद किनारे पे चली जाती. Those who do not have their own personal God have infinite God. Their boats always come and touch the shores. Idea is not to feel restricted. Idea is to feel infinite. Whatever you are, you are. Don't try to force yourself to change. It's a violence. Don't try to change anybody, it's a violence. Let it be. It will all come home. Just for a few minutes, let it flow. Do you know the God or whatever that is? One can who rotate your earth for you. You think he cannot take care of your routine? I mean, what is the beauty of it? One which can grow forest and forest cannot take care of this little toothpick? What joke is this? What's the big deal? Thank you very much. I'm very grateful that you gave me this attention and came here. And many of you I have not met before, I have met. And would you like to introduce yourself one by one? Because you call yourself teachers. Come on. Hurry up. It's going to be midnight otherwise. Yeah.
My name is Rachel Exobre. I'm the Tai Chi Chuan teacher here. And
Great.
not teaching yoga, but Tai Chi.
Good, good, good. I will teach you a few classes of a few postures of Tai Chi. It will make it easy even the dumbest person you have to teach. And that way you will be in a very qualified manner. But those teachings they normally in Tai Chi don't teach because they have a restriction. The Western don't deserve those. Just understand that. It's very beautiful. You teach it what you're teaching, but there are certain classified teachings which you can just absorb it in yourself and then help people to be, result will be quicker. Otherwise 12 years bring water, 16 years grind the wheat, and 20 years massage the master's feet, and after that they tell you, make your hand like this. And that's, today we can't afford it. Take about years. And I've gone through that kind of teaching, so please, when I'm here in town, just fix up, ask my secretary, I'll give you an appointment, I'll give you a few, just a few, not many. They will do. I mean, there's what they call it, master bid. When nothing works, that works. Yeah?
My name is Allison.
Good. Good to meet you. Yeah.
How do you do it? Sing.
Good.
Servitude.
Good.
Satguru Singh. Sri Satnam.
Allison. Sir Dharma. Rachel.
Be a friend.
Harinam, Guru Singh, Guru Shabad,
Guru Mayor Singh.
Hari Jeevan Singh,
Dayan Singh.
Ritesh Kaur.
Guru Dev Singh, Sri Shiva Singh,
Guru Radhika.
Japapar. Shakti Power Car Khalsa.
Naruni Kaur Khalsa. Citizen and Khalsa.
Bless you all. Whatever you are, let it be grace be with you. Satnam.
Well, under the direct instruction of my secretary,
Make sure you get the adapter. Also bring his gong and set up his stage. Yes, and I'll have City Simran call you in the morning to tell you what you have to work.
And then they start believing you and trusting you, then you have to do that. Otherwise, if you don't, if you tell somebody pay $10, you don't give them $100, they don't care. People are not ignorant, they are arrogant. So to break the arrogant or arrogant first, you need to give them something better. And then otherwise you start doing all that stuff, they know, everybody goes in the park. So why should they bother you? After a while they get dissatisfied, contemptuous. So you give them certain master things, which nobody else. That's why I'm teaching my chiropractor something. How to become healer, not twisting bones. That's why I started in this country Kundalini Yoga. The idea was to keep people fast, good enough, they can have fun.
So you should take this and this.
You're going to work or not? Yeah, that's right. I want $200 a day from you.
It's going to take till next week.